British Columbia Institute of Technology acknowledges that our campuses are located on the unceded traditional territories of the Coast Salish nations of Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh.
Good morning and welcome into your 10 o'clock sports update. I'm Elijah Ford. The Toronto Blue Jays lost Game 3 last night to the LA Dodgers in a game that tied the longest contest by innings in World Series history. The game was an all-time classic, which took over 6.5 hours to complete and featured twists and turns at every spot. The host Dodgers outlasted a depleted Toronto lineup 6-5 in 18 innings on Freddie Freeman's walk-off home run off of reliever Brendan Little.
11:50 in Los Angeles. Freeman sends a fly ball to center field. Varsho's going back before the clock strikes midnight. Freddie Freeman has ended it. It's a repeat hero with the last word and a Game 3 classic.
The Jays are going to have to make a quick 18-hour turnaround as they're back in action tonight for Game 4 at 5 p.m. Shane Bieber is set to start for the Jays, who will look to even the best-of-7 series at 2 games apiece. Shohei Ohtani, who hit 2 homers last night, starts for LA. The Vancouver Canucks will host the slumping New York Rangers tonight in a highly anticipated matchup. The Canucks will welcome former assistant captain JT Miller back to Vancouver for the first time since his dramatic departure during last season. Tonight's game will also see the anticipated NHL debut of Canucks 2023 first-round pick Tom Willander. Vancouver is currently sitting at 5-5 throughout their first 10 games and are tied with the Chicago Blackhawks for the final wildcard playoff spot. The Rangers, who are the losers of 3 straight coming into this game, sit at the bottom of the Metropolitan Division. Canada's women's soccer team takes on the 11th ranked Netherlands today in friendly action. Canada is currently ranked 9th and are coming off back-to-back losses for the first time since early 2023. Canada fell 1-0 to Switzerland last week after a 3-0 loss to the United States back on July 2nd. Kickoff is set for 12:45 this afternoon. The Toronto Raptors suffered their 3rd straight loss last night, falling 121-103 to the hosting San Antonio Spurs. A 25-point performance by Canadian R.J. Barrett was not enough to counteract Spurs phenom Victor Wembanyama, who scored 24 points on 87% shooting from the field. Wembanyama also added 15 rebounds in the Spurs' dominant win. The Raptors' next chance to get in the win column will be tomorrow against the up-and-coming Houston Rockets. Also in the NBA, their reigning #1 overall pick is already dealing with an injury scare. Correspondent Gethlin Coolbaugh reports on the recent updates.
Cooper Flagg's first experience with an NBA back-to-back was a painful one.
A little banged up, but gotta find ways to play through it.
The #1 draft pick by the Dallas Mavericks barely got through the opening seconds of the second game Monday, a 101-94 loss to the Thunder, before hurting his left shoulder.
A little contact. Can't remember if it got grabbed or hung up with somebody's arm, and then just felt something.
Flagg held the shoulder multiple times during the first half, used a heat wrap on it while on the bench during the second half, and struggled through a 1-for-9 shooting night for 2 points for coach Jason Kidd's team.
He played through it. He's a tough kid.
I'm Gethin Coolbaugh.
Patrick Mahomes threw for 299 yards and 3 touchdowns as the Kansas City Chiefs beat the banged-up Washington Commanders 28-7 last night. The game was tied at halftime, mostly due to a pair of uncharacteristic turnovers by Mahomes, but he and the Chiefs' offense were nearly perfect after the break. Kareem Hunt found the end zone twice for Kansas City. One of Mahomes' touchdown passes was to Travis Kelce, giving him 83 scores to tie Priest Holmes for the Chiefs' career record. The Chiefs have won 4 of 5 to move to 5-3. The Commanders fell to 1-4 overall. All 32 NHL teams will be in action tonight for the second and final time this season as part of the NHL's Frozen Frenzy coverage. Eyes will be on all 7 Canadian teams. The Toronto Maple Leafs host the Calgary Flames. The Jets are in Minnesota. The Senators head to Chicago. The Oilers welcome Utah. And the Canadiens visit Seattle. Thank you for tuning in to your 10 o'clock sports update. I've been your host, Elijah Ford, for BCIT's The Crow.
I knew a bit about Lightroom and Photoshop before coming into the program, but I didn't really know much about Premiere, and that kind of scared me. And so BCIT has really helped to kind of grow my skills in video editing, which is something I didn't really think I could do before and actually really enjoy now. It also taught me how to use the big cameras, so I can use more than just a DSLR now, which is very helpful as well.